Hey everybody, it's Adam again. We're going to do a quick fix today on the old 2011 Yukon. The door handle's broken on it. Actually, the truck is pretty well falling apart, but she's still reliable enough to get me from point A to point B. And we got to fix this door handle. So let me show you the symptom here. This thing basically is just flopping around on us. Disconnected back here. The front end is also coming off. And sometimes what will happen is when I have a guest ride with me, they just go, oh, I can't get in there. And basically, effectively destroyed this entire thing. I don't know how it got to that point, but at one point I remember it was getting a little loose, and then all of a sudden a clip fell out, and basically it's been in this state for probably the last 2 years because I don't take the time to fix things properly on time. Let's go see if we can find the replacement out in the garage. You know, I think before I start tearing into my next big project, I gotta do a little cleanup out here. This is getting a little out of hand, but anyways, I think not up there. There we go. Bought this back, I don't know, probably 2, 5, 10 years ago when it first broke. Let's talk about the tools we're gonna use today. So we've got a crowbar over here. That'll help us get the door card off of here. If this was my E36, the door card would have already probably fallen off by itself. On these GM vehicle, well, I don't know, she's a little loose. Well, it might be easy to get that off without a crowbar, we'll see. I got a 10mm socket on here, some needle nose pliers just in case I have to get some clips out. And I got a 10mm bit here for my screw gun, help speed things up since this is a quick fix after all. And we have a flat blade screwdriver to help get some of the panels off. As for the door handle itself, this is a Dorman, part number 80545CD, passenger, a door handle obviously for this 2011 Yukon. And you can see it doesn't have the lock cylinder in it. So exterior front right door handle. Let's get to work. Okay, we're gonna open this thing up from the inside here, obviously. And let's take a look at what we gotta remove to get this door panel off of here. We got a cover that's up underneath the door handle here. There's a little access point for the screwdriver. You just put it right underneath there. Then we got this clip down over here. Lift up softly underneath there so you don't gouge that guy up. And then up on the lock handle over here, you just go ahead and pry into this little door here out, and this guy slides right up off the top. Okay, next up, we're going to remove the 10mm bolts in here to get at the door card. I don't know if I'll need my wrench or not, but we're going to just start out with our screw gun anyway, since, yeah, look at that. Perfect. Oh, shoot. Well, that wasn't good. I just lost my bit up inside the door. So, you know, I guess that's just how it goes sometimes. We'll find that later. I think this was the last screw we had to get out of here at least before we start taking the door card itself off. As for these screws here, I'm just going to kind of throw them on the ground and hopefully don't kick them off somewhere. So let's see how hard this guy's on here right now. Yeah, well, you know, that didn't come off too bad. I don't think I quite need the crowbar. Let's see. I would prefer not to use a crowbar because that'll scratch up the paint if you're not careful. There's basically just these plastic clips behind here. And I'll make down below. It looks like we're going to have to get it at it that way. Oh, well, let's see. I found my 10mm bit down there. That just fell out, which was good, and a rock. I wonder how that got in there. But on the back side here, now, we got it sticking here. There we go, okay. So now that we've got it this far to where the door card clips have been pulled back, you still have this cable that runs up to the door handle itself on the inside. So as you can see, there's a little barbed fitting there, and then there's a little ball that sits down inside the handle itself. We're just gonna go ahead and squeeze this barb fitting here with our needle nose pliers, get that black fitting out of there, and then just slide that ball up and out of the socket that it's sitting in. Something else I noticed as I pulled this back, there's actually two plastic pieces that kind of come out the bottom down there. Those two natural tan color pieces. And if you can actually hook them up inside here, and she kind of stays there by itself. So makes this back to a one-hand job. There we go. Okay, and then we're just gonna slide this up and out of here. There we go. We also have the connectors that are hooked up to the switch plate over here. So there's a couple of quick disconnects underneath here. Not too bad. You just depress down the tab up on the top and pull them out. Man, for only having 3 buttons on this thing, there's quite a few connectors on here. All right, and then this guy, pretty much just a pigtail coming off of our lock switch up over here. Okay, we just gonna lift this up off of here and take it over here. It might sit out here for a couple weeks if I get sidetracked, but that's a good spot for it. And look at that, you clean out the trash at the same time. Then the next thing we want to do is get this insulation backing off of here just enough that we can get at our door handle bolts on the back side here. Careful not to rip it like I just did, because it just ripped from the foam. Shouldn't be a big deal, it'll still stick back up there. All right. As I'm looking at these bolt holes back here, I made a most egregious mistake. I've got the window down, so naturally I'm not gonna be able to get at those bolts. So I'm gonna have to put the switch plate and the switches back on there, roll the window up, and then we'll be able to get at those bolts behind there. So behind here, you've got the screw that's up front. And then, let's see, this guy here, there's another screw that's back up behind there. We're gonna go ahead and just see if they come out without much gripping on the outside there. Number 1. So you could hear the handle fall off as we were unscrewing the first one. And our second screw here, where it was broken, is actually stuck on there. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and affix these vice grips to the outside here. Hopefully we get a good enough grip on there as we're unscrewing it. That's definitely not a good grip. Yeah, okay, that feels good enough. Now I'm gonna have Laura, my hand model, come over here and hold on to this as I unscrew it from the inside. As you can see, this is a whole family affair here. Oh, you know, oh, she broke her nail. Oh boy, this is not good. There we go. All right, yeah. Success. So on the old door handle here, as you saw, it just fell right off by itself. Basically, the opening mechanism here broke off. You can see that plastic piece is broken there. So I'm gonna have to go fish out the mechanism from inside the door and get that hooked up to the new handle. All right, down inside here, I think, there we go. The broken piece down in there and the spring-loaded piece and everything. And there's a little clip up on the top of there. I'm gonna see if I can do this from the outside. There we go. And basically you just fish this guy up and off of here. Just kind of rotate it and that's it. Comes right off like that. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and remove the door handle, the replacement from the box, leave the plastic on there. And as you can see, everything is one piece here. Also, we have an R for the right-hand side of the truck. And I think what we're gonna try to do is guide this down on this pin, get it all set up in there, and then we're gonna see if we can get those screws back inside, and that may be all we have to do to get this guy back together. All right, kind of guide it down inside here. There we go. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Well, you know what? Now that I have a door handle on here, it should open when I pull on it, if I'm lucky. I'm not lucky though. This is extremely unlucky here. Okay, right now there's no screws or anything on there. There is a little tab back behind here that you want to engage just to hold it together as you're putting it all back on. If you try to put the screws on before that plastic tab is engaged, you're not gonna be able to get that tab on there once those screws are in. So you want to get it in the alignment holes, and then you start screwing it in. There we go. Get it to draw her in nice and tight, but don't over torque it and break it off. There we go, that's good. We'll get this back side screw here. All right, look at that. She's on there nice and tight. Let's just double confirm here that it works. So I'm gonna peel this off because we're done on the outside here. And close her up. Let's give her a shot. Yeah, look at that, baby. All right, good as new. We're gonna go ahead and put her back together the same way we took it apart. Instead of asking you guys to like and subscribe and show all of that, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for watching, and hopefully this helped you out. Stay tuned for the next quick fix. Thanks, guys. Success.